Good evening, Tallahassee football fans and those who are watching live. We are Four Quarters Online, and we're proud to present from Maclay Football live all season long in the entire 2020. And it's playoff football time here at Frank Shaw Field tonight. My name is Mark Adams. I'm here with my tag team partner, Coach Johnny Cofield. And Coach, man, it's a great night for football.
Yes, it's an exciting time. When you coach, you're kind of uptight. You know you got the game plan in, and it's one and done in the Florida High School Football Association. So you want to do your best. You don't want to have your worst game tonight, and you want to come out playing your best. A lot of these young men probably have not played in a playoff game. The intensity of a playoff game is a lot different.
Yeah, the lights are brighter. The fans are definitely a lot more intense. It's just a different season, and so I for one am very, very excited that we're here at this point because we've taken a look around the landscape across the state, and it's just been it's been awful. Some of the kids have had their hearts broken just due to COVID, and they're not able to complete their seasons and not able to compete in the playoffs. So for these two teams tonight, it's just a testament to staying safe, wearing your mask, and really a special shout out to every head coach and administrator who's done their job this year, keeping the kids safe, and we're able to get to this point. So, Coach, I'm very excited because we have two probably of the hottest up and coming programs. One up and coming program, one already established program, and the rivalry that has gone over for the past several seasons with these two schools has just been spectacular. You're going to see some great football here tonight.
Yes, these two teams met early in the year. The Marauders were a little down. They had a lot of players out. And North Florida Christian pretty much manhandled them through the whole game. They come out with something to prove. They want to prove that they were better than the team that showed up earlier in the year. And I think they will. The starting quarterback is back. In fact, all the people that were injured are back. And so they give them a good chance to play.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a look at the roster here as we take a look at what both teams are bringing to the table here tonight. NFC, really, it's for them, it's been about, if I'm not mistaken, it's been about their ground game. And they've got some incredible athletes. So we've been talking about DeAndre McCray all season long. Just what a spectacular force he's been for the NFC Eagles. On the offensive line, we talked about JT Price and then Trooper Price also on the defense. They've got another up-and-coming, a freshman on defense, JP Pickles, 16 tackles, one game. And they've got some playmakers all over the field. In addition to being able to just be battle tested and make it through this season, we had a chance to really see what they were able to do just with the schedule that they've had, and it's kind of rough when you don't get to play 10 games, but when you have running back like Lucas in the backfield, they're just a tough bunch to contain. But Maclay, on the other side of the football, they also bring back several guys who've been out of action just due to injury. So they were banged up throughout the regular season, and now they're coming back full strength at the right time. Because if there was ever a time you need it, it's going to be tonight where this is win or go home.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. Things are, like I said earlier, things are a little more intense. The kids know, the coaches know, it's one and done. There's no tomorrow. The team that wins gets to move on. The team that loses turn into uniforms tonight. So it is intense. The players are ready. I'm sure they were excited. They had 2 weeks to get prepared. And tonight is tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. The seniors from both teams have really experienced quite a bit of success over the past little bit. NFC, a lot of these seniors have state championship rings, and for Maclay, a lot of their seniors are coming off of they remember a couple of seasons ago where they went 10-0. So each school has experienced their own brand of success, and tonight it's really about the Battle of Meridian Road as they've called it. So this is going to be another exciting chapter in that matchup. We had a chance to talk to both coaches in the week, and it's really interesting to see their takes on how the season has gone with COVID, and mostly just some of the odd things that they've had to do to just get to this point. But let's go ahead and let you guys listen in to what Coach Lance Raymer of Maclay Football had to say when we had a chance to talk to him earlier.
All right, this is Mark Adams with FourQuartersOnline.com, and I'm here with Maclay Football head coach, Coach Lance Raymer. Coach, it's playoff time, and we're very excited to be able to say that because at one point we didn't even know if we'd be here. Right. Just with everything that's been going on this past season, just how wild and crazy it's been. It really is a testament to all the hard work a lot of people have put in to keep kids safe so we can get to this point. Really, right now, it's getting down to really about 48 hours before scheduled kickoff. Lord willing that we don't get rained out or anything. But you guys are really prepped for another playoff appearance. Talk to me just about really playoffs are exciting. Talk to me a bit just about the buzz on campus and among your team members in your program.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, let me start by saying I completely agree with you. I mean, at one point, we didn't know how many games we'd even play, right? Even if we'd even get to the playoffs. And obviously, this is a great time. So one of the things I'm going to tell the team today is just, again, what an opportunity we have anytime we can play together and play as a family, because you just never know when it was going to be taken from us, because of COVID-19. But again, going back to the question at hand about the playoffs, I mean, getting into playoffs is exciting, right? And at one point in time, getting into playoffs was enough, right? Just have an opportunity to play in them. But for us, just getting in is never enough anymore, right? It's how we doing it now. So I told him yesterday, it's not the Super Bowl, whether for NFC or us, it's a step in the right direction, right? It's a step in the playoff run. So is the magnitude greater than any regular season game? Yeah, I'd be lying. I'm not one of those coaches going to pretend it's just another game. It's not just another game. Mm-hmm. It's a playoff game. You win or go home, right? So we know it's at stake. The guys have worked really hard over the last 10 days or so, 11 days, and we're just chomping at the bit to kind of get to Friday night and let the ball kick off and just go hopefully play at a high level.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. We had a chance to take a look at just how banged up you guys were just over the season, really just battling through a lot of stuff. And we talked a little bit about how some of those guys are coming back. Talk to me just about really offensively, just really kind of being in that gray area. I know you guys ran the ball a lot your last game against Cottondale, and really trying to get back to, basics. What are some of the things you guys are going to try and look to do on Friday?
Well, obviously, I can't give away all the secrets, Mark.
Right.
Yeah, I got to keep some of them. But, we want to be balanced. Anytime you're a balanced team, it keeps defenses off time. And we always say, from a coordinated defense, we want to put the offense in conflict, and the offense wants to put the defense in conflict. And anytime you're balanced, you feel like you can do that. And, we feel like we've run the ball consistently better over the last few weeks, mainly because we wanted to run the ball well, but also because we knew we had to. It had to be a little bit more run heavy, but obviously now we get our quarterback back. We get a couple linemen back, a top receiver back. We feel like we can mix it up and run the ball well, play action, take shots when we need to, take what the defense gives us and really be balanced. Again, going back to that is anytime you can do that, you feel like you got a great shot to win. And that's something we're going to look forward to because we've been really pleased with the run blocking and the run game. But we feel like, again, it's not perfect. We've made some changes, made some tweaks, but we feel like we've gotten back to our principles, had the time to do that, get back to the drawing board and really chalk it up and get on the board and really learn the basics and then obviously game plan a lot. But again, we feel really good about the balanced attack and some of the weapons we got back. And, Caleb Hutchin missed that game. He's a 6'5" receiver. Anytime you don't have a 6'5" receiver is a big loss. Even our one of our top two receivers, again, Caleb and Kenan Milford. Kenan Milford wasn't healthy at the time either, number 2. And we get hopefully Shelby Harrell back, Jackson Webb back. Jed Bashir's didn't play in the last game, who's probably our top corner. Just a lot of pieces back that makes it exciting. And now we're just fine-tuning and tweaking and getting back to work for Friday.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's great to kind of see those familiar faces back into the fold and get them mixed in. Defensively, you guys got to you guys are going to have to really contain quite a few weapons. But I had a chance to saw, I'm used to seeing the Popple brothers everywhere, but I saw Ben Nguyen step up pretty big last game. So you got some new guys that are really gaining experience. Talk to me a little bit about just, what that means for your defense just when the young guys start stepping up.
No doubt. I mean, the guy you just mentioned led our team in tackles, and if anybody would have told me or told us that a couple of years ago that he would have led our team in tackles on the game, people would have thought you're crazy, except for us, because the guy had worked so hard. He's so dedicated at the craft, and he's a great technician, great, plays with great energy. And that's what we asked the guys. I told them yesterday, just play with the things that require no energy, right? No loafs, great technique, great effort, enthusiasm. And he's a testament to that. And we're asking him to do things that are in his skill set. We put him in a position to be successful. So he's got a specific job to do, which I can't say, but he's got a specific job to do. And then obviously Brody not playing quarterback full time, but obviously having a wrinkle for Popple, for Brody, with him and his brother back there, but allowing him to come back on defense to really have a lot of energy with us is going to bolster our defense, because obviously playing quarterback takes its toll. He kept playing defense, but hard to play quarterback and do the things we asked him to do, and then also play at a high level on defense. So we feel like we've gained him back, and obviously getting a cornerback and getting healthier, and a couple linemen back in the fold that have allowed our linebacker Jim Murray just to focus a little bit more on defense. Just, sometimes just getting those guys back and healthy and focusing on one way just makes you that much better. So I think that's where we feel really good about it.
Yeah, definitely, Coach. When we talked about earlier, just really, you guys are in this stage where you're taking chips away at the playoffs and everything, and really program building. We took a look around the area. We saw the success of Monroe this year. Saw the success of a couple other programs that really just hadn't been to this stage before. And I think for you guys, I think your kids really had a taste of it in the past couple of years. What does it mean for your program just being able to make runs like these and have a shot at a championship? Because in 2020, if you take a look at the bracket, it is wide open in a lot of areas.
Yeah. And no doubt, you mentioned Coach Lucky at Monroe. I told him a couple days ago, he had such a heck of a season, and then sort of a very similar to us 2 years ago, where we were undefeated 10-0, and then got that first bye in the playoffs, and then played UC, remember, in the semifinal, and lost in a close game.
And so, really just listening to Coach Raymer, Coach, I think it's just very evident that he's just ready to take the program to the next level. They talked about just a lot with X's and O's, got guys that are really going to have specific jobs tonight, trying to contain this potent NFC offense, playmakers all over the field. But Maclay, I feel like they're battle-tested. And so when we go to the other side of football, we get a chance to talk to Coach Price. You had a chance to talk to him, and that was a very interesting conversation. Let's go ahead and listen to that right before kickoff.
This is Johnny Cofield with 4 Quarters Online. I'm here with head coach Steve Price of North Florida Christian Eagles. How you doing today, Coach?
Doing well, thanks, Johnny.
Yeah, it's that time of year. You guys are perennial playoff guys, always in the championship. Won the state title, I think, 7 times in your school history. How many times have you won it?
I've been involved in 4 state championship games and won 3 of them. So, but very blessed, just been a part of some good teams.
Man, you guys really kind of took off, look like in the middle of the season. Well, I know you had some issues with COVID and everything, and it seemed like you kind of got yourself in gear around the middle of the season. What did you guys do to get things going like that?
Well, I really this group of seniors has been together. Really, I think most of them started at NFC in our football program in 6th grade, and just a really, really good group of kids. All summer long, we were just praying that we would get an opportunity just to play football, and so we're just loving every day that we get out there with those kids, and just we're very thankful for the opportunities. There's a lot of people that would that haven't gotten this opportunity, and we're very, very grateful.
Well, you guys got some super kids, because there's quite a few of them made all Player of the Week. Could you talk about some of the guys who stand out? Some of you, maybe just the seniors, if you want to.
Yeah, I like I say, this group has been together for a long time, and we've got some great leadership on this team. Our quarterback, Braden Phillips, he's come back from 2 ACL surgeries. Just have been a real fighter. Things haven't always come easily for him, but he's just a tremendous leader for us and a very good football player. You got to talk about DeAndre McCray. DeAndre is one of the best players I've ever coached, and honestly, he's one of the best people I've ever been around. Just a fine young man, 4.2 student. Just a tremendously humble young man. He loves his teammates. He loves us, but such an incredible talent and such a fine young man. CJ Freisen has, he started for us for the last 3 years. He's an inside linebacker, tremendous player. Plays a little bit of running back as well, and is a very good running back. In the offensive line, we actually we're starting 4 in the offensive line, 4 seniors in the offensive line right now. JT Price is my son. He's had a really good year. Sam Cooper is playing tackle. And then Tommy McCall is playing the other tackle, and Michael Sumter is playing a guard. And then on the defensive line, we have C.J. Simon and Will Irvin. They're both seniors as well. We've had a guy come on at wide receiver that is, he came to us as a junior. Really didn't have a whole lot of football experience, but he has really worked hard. He's a weapon. Bakari Whitaker is a tremendous football player. And Parker McCraney plays tight end for us and has just been really solid there. And we're excited about him and his success. I hope I didn't forget anybody there. I always get a little.
I know it's kind of putting you on the spot.
I always get a little nervous. Oh, I remember what Jonathan Lucas, running back for us. Boy, Jonathan is one of my favorite kids that I've ever coached, to be honest with you. Just a hard-working kid, always smiling. He's maybe a tad undersized, but such a tough runner, and is a tremendous player for us. And I think that's all of our seniors. They've just been such a good group, and they've had a good year, and we pray that it will continue. But that's the thing about life in 2020, man. You never know from one day to the next, and you better enjoy every single day with them. And when I was out there today with them on the field, I was just thankful for being able to practice with them. It's that's one thing that maybe I've learned from this year is just to be thankful for the blessings that you do have.
Well, you guys have been a very successful program. Look, I've noticed. I think I've seen you guys play twice, and each time you guys improve. And to me, you look like you hit your stride in the last couple of weeks. And I know you said your seniors did it, but what do you guys do that's different, maybe than other people that might be different? I don't know. You might be doing the same thing, but it seems like you get your guys ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, I think I'd like to give credit to our coaching staff. Our assistant coaches are really, really good quality football coaches. They're good quality people. They know what they're doing. Our offensive coordinator is Kez McCorvey. Kez, I know if we're getting older, but at one point Kez was arguably the best wide receiver in America, and he's got a wealth of experience coaching Division I football and winning Grey Cups in the CFL, and he's an expert in his field, and we're fortunate to have him. And our defensive coordinator is Terry Dawkins, who he's a young man that came from Florida High to us this year, and he has a wealth of experience too. He played at Florida High, was a very successful football player, and worked with Jared there for a number of years. Worked at Pensacola Catholic.
All right, so Coach, it was just really great hearing from both head coaches before this contest, and really when you have a chance to get with veteran head coach like Steve Price, and then also, veteran head coach Lance Raymer. Really what you can see is how they're positioning these teams for success years to come. This is, like I said, this is just one chapter in this, and what's going to be some great matchups over the years.
Yes, this started, and it's going to be a rivalry on Meridian Road. And I think the teams are pretty excited. The kids know each other, which makes a rivalry. I think it adds to a rivalry when you know this guy. I grew up with this guy. I know this guy. I think these guys are ready to play, and I'm looking for a better performance out of the Marauders tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be big boy football tonight, so I'm looking forward to it. And so we're ready to get underway here at Frank Shaw Field. Started the first quarter here just shortly as the Eagles take the field. And Coach, any predictions tonight?
The team with the most points at the end of the game going to win. That's my prediction.
So kicking off for the Eagles, number 53, Tyler Cooksey, and he will boot it away and back deep for the Marauders. Number 24, that's going to be Shane Croston. And we've got a little squib kick that looks like it will roll out of bounds.
And I'm sure the coach, Price, was a little disappointed. They probably worked on that all week. And I don't think it went a yard.
So I'm not sure if we're going to get a re-kick, but it looks like Maclay is going to end up with excellent field position to start this game.
No re-kick. You got the ball there. You can't ask for nothing better.
And so for the Marauders, this is really back to full strength for them. They've been waiting to get these guys back in the lineup for quite some time. So at quarterback, we've got Michael Grant, and then going into motion is going to be Popple. And there's going to be a handoff to number 13, Brody Popple, burst up the middle. And that's going to be a gain of 8. And Coach, 2 weeks ago we saw Maclay take on Cottondale and really just trying to keep everybody safe and healthy. They ran the ball. I think they only threw about 5 or 6 passes, but I'm definitely looking to see some offensive fireworks here tonight. So Grant's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Popple again. He's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield.
They tried the same play to the opposite side. I think they were ready for that time, watching the Popple go in motion, trying to get the eye of the linebacker so they would be worried about him, and giving it to the older Popple and hoping he breaks something clean.
And so Grant's going to take the snap again. He's going to drop back. He's going to hit Popple, going a little screen, and Popple's free around the edge. And the Maclay offense picks up a first down and more. And that's going to put them squarely inside the red zone.
Mark, that's a play set up by the 2 previous plays. Play action, freezing the linebackers and sending it back in the flats. It helps when you're successful running. You can run all kind of things in.
Last time Maclay was able to up in NFC, they really kept the Eagle defense off balance, and so we'll see if we see a lot of that tonight. Once again, Grant from the shotgun, twin receivers to the bottom of your screen. There's another handoff to Popple, who hits the hole hard. He's going to pick up about 2 or 3 yards. And for Coach Raymer, I know that he's trying to. For him, I think success looks like getting points on this opening drive.
And you want to be on these drives. You want positive yards. You don't want anything negative. You're in good field position. You want to get ahead of the chains, and that will lead to success.
So that's Grant from the shotgun, twin receivers to either side of your screen. Man comes in motion, gonna fake the jet sweep. Pass is complete to number 2, Keenan Milford.
It's a RPO, fake to running back and throwing in the outside on the outside to a receiver. Positive yards. You love a 3rd down and 3. You can do almost anything on this on a down like this.
With 3rd down and 3 yards to go for the Marauders. Grant once again operating from the shotgun. And pressure comes in, and off the edge, that's going to be number 33, Will Bryce, with the sack. And so Maclay is going to have really, watching the field goal kicker, I feel like they are in range. Watching him during warm-ups, I feel like they're within range here, but it'll be interesting to see what Coach Raymer decides to do here facing a 4th down.
You got a sideline warning there.
Definitely don't want to give NFC any opportunities. So facing 4th and 9, field goal unit comes on, and this is going to be about a
35-yard.
About a 35-yard attempt.
34 yards.
And that kick is up, plenty of leg, and it's going to be good. And so Marauders strike first.
Mark, they did something they couldn't do the last time. They scored. And that's got to be a positive. Knowing you can get on the board, you had a good drive there. The Eagles made a great 3rd down play, but you got points. That puts you in a good position. It changes the attitude of your team, because if you go a whole game and get shut out, you're not sure sometimes whether you can score.
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest things that Maclay faced was just really, finding a rhythm offensively, and that was a very positive drive. Came away with 3 points.
I think both teams are kind of happy. The Eagles kept the Marauders out of the end zone, and the Marauders got points out of that. I guess that broke even there.
And so with 8:33 left, or into the first quarter, about midway, Maclay strikes first. Marauders lead the NFC Eagles 3-0. Pooch kick. Ball is live. Marauders trying to jump on it, but NFC was there first, and that's where they will take over. And that's pretty decent field position.
That was a pretty good kick. What you want on those kind of on those kicks, you want the ball to hit the ground and give you a bounce. And when that pigskin hits the ground, it can bounce any kind of way.
And so for NFC, it's going to be Braden Phillips from the shotgun. Twin receivers either side of your screen. He's going to hand the ball off to number 44, Jonathan Lucas, who had an excellent week last week. Ran absolutely crazy. And I get the feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of him tonight. Lucas is going to pick up a couple, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and about 7 for NFC. Phillips operating from the shotgun. Twin receivers to the top of your screen. Has a man, and it's going to be complete. And that's Traylon Ray on the reception. he was hit and dropped by a host of Maclay Marauders, and that's going to bring up third down and about 4. So NFC definitely in a hurry-up kind of mode. Lucas and Phillips in the backfield. Phillips once again in the shotgun. Play clock trickles down to 10 seconds. Man goes in motion. And there was too much movement there on the line, Coach.
It looks like they might have had something up their sleeve. Everybody was a little bit excited about going off.
And that's going to back up the Eagles 5 yards. So that's going to back them up and put them into a 3rd and 9 situation. And NFC is going to operate once again. Phillips from the shotgun. Man goes in motion, and it's going to be a quick handoff. And he's going to be close to the first down. I'm not sure if he's going to get it or not. DeAndre McCray, who we talked about just the other week, also had another excellent game.
It's a 4th down play.
And they're going to mark him shy of about 2 yards. And the Eagles are facing 4th down. Twin receivers to either side of your, to the bottom of your screen. Phillips from the shot, and he's going to punt it. And that's not going to have the distance. Probably maybe about a 12-yard punt. And Maclay will take over 1st and 10 at their own 38. Once again with excellent field position. And, Coach, I think NFC really was trying to find a wrinkle there and just couldn't get the playoff in time, and that backed them up, put them in a kind of a hard spot on their first opening drive.
Well, when penalties and mistakes can cost you. They would have had a short distance to go about 3 yards, and because of the penalty, it backed them up. And now they came up short, and they ended up punting.
So definitely not the way the Eagles wanted to start their first drive, but Maclay defense, I think, definitely was able to do just enough to disrupt them and take them out of their rhythm, and that's going to put them with, in my opinion, pretty good field position.
Well, the Marauders need to
starting their second drive.
To move the ball again. They need to do something special with this ball this time. They might need to score, because you know that the Eagles will come back strong. They put a lot of points on the board this year.
Grant looking for a man, just overthrows Popple, intended receiver coming out of the backfield.
I think that was the best thing he did. He didn't catch it, because there was a lot of Eagles there waiting on that.
The NFC really, they're just probably one of the more opportunistic teams in the area. They just look for just different creases to be able to make that big play. And, for Maclay, I think it's just, for them, they're just now finding an opportunity to get back into that big play mode now that they've got some of their personnel coming back this week.
Mark, I think Maclay is going to have to stretch the field. They're going to have to get downfield.
There's a pass, and that's going to be overthrown.
I'm not surprised that they attempted that. They're playing press coverage. Obviously, Eagles think that they can man up on the receivers of the Marauders and playing. They got like 8 people in the box. They don't want to give up the run.
And that was Caleb Hutchin, the intended receiver, defended by Traylon Ray. A lot of these kids, you're going to hear their names quite a bit because they're playing both ways. Twin receivers either side of your screen as Grant operating from the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back, and Papa's going to reel it in, trying to get to the edge, and a shoestring tackle by Traylon Ray is going to keep them just shy of the first down, and so it's decision time again for Coach Raymer.
Mark, if he hadn't made that tackle, he'd still be running.
Yeah, absolutely. There was not much help there on the edge, and Traylon Ray was Johnny on the spot. So we're going to see what Coach Raymer's going to decide to do here really about a half a yard short of the first down. And so Marauders lining up like they're going to go for it. Twin receivers to the top of your screen. Man goes in motion. Grant drops back looking for a receiver. Down the edge, and it's complete.
Great play.
Great play. Great pass and catch.
I think
Kenan Milford hauls it in.
Mark, they caught the Eagles off guard. They thought they were going to try to run the ball, and they went for it all.
Marauders coming out swinging on fourth down. Coach Raymer, the gambler, and it paid off.
Yeah, it was.
Marauders.
They're not going to be able to throw anything short the way the Eagles are playing them. And the best routes to run are those takeoffs and fade routes, putting everybody in conflict because they got one high safety and presses on the outside.
So Marauders now in the red zone, deep in NFC territory. First and 10, they're going to hand it off, nothing doing.
Mark, it's going to be tough to run on them. They got 8 men in the box. They're going to have to either spread them out with their twin sets, open up things for them. They got to get some of them guys out of the box.
Well, Popple really didn't pick up anything, and it looks like we've got thought there was a timeout, but clock continues to run. 3:45 left in the first quarter here. Maclay leading NFC 3-0. Ball resting on the 15-yard line. That's Grant. He's going to take the snap. Throws the swing pass again to Popple coming out of the backfield, and he plows his way on the edge. And he looks like he's going to get down just inside the 4-yard line.
Mark, the reason they're successful on those plays, they're playing man on the outside, and the linebacker is responsible for that running back. And if he's getting cut off, he can't get there.
I noticed. I see Grant, just rolling out with his running back. If he's going to make that linebacker choose, and that's going to put NFC in a very hard situation here as Maclay has first and goal on the NFC 4. Handoff to Popple, and looks like he's going to squirm his way past a couple of defenders for maybe a yard or so. And Maclay knocking on the door with 2:45 left in the first quarter.
It is tough to run inside on the Eagles. They got some pretty big guys inside.
Looks like we see both Popples here in the background. Grant from the shotgun. He's going to drop back, trying to seal the edge. And Popple was leveled as he tried to get to the edge. I'm not sure if they gained anything on that play. Looks like they lost a couple of yards, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 6 here. Lone receiver, two twin receivers either side. Grant once again from the shotgun. Man goes in motion.
He one-on-one.
And excellent defensive play by Traylon Ray.
He had what he wanted. There was no linebacker there.
Slant route was open for a millisecond, and Ray clamped down. That's going to bring up 4th down again, and I know got to be frustrating for Coach Raymer. I know he wanted to stick that one in the end zone. And that's going to bring on the field goal unit again, but I think if anything, Maclay has proven they can move the ball. The Marauders definitely going to need to find their way into the end zone. snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. And so Marauders now out in front. 2 field goals. With minute 22 left in the first quarter.
Mark, I like what they tried to do. They had a man in motion, taking the guy, clearing the linebackers out because they had their eyes in the backfield. And you had a slant. If you execute that well, it was a good play, just need better execution. Next time they do that, I don't want to call out their plays, but I guarantee you run a slant, fake the slant and go to the flag. He'll probably be wide open.
Cofield's predictions here. We'll see how accurate.
I'm just thinking like I used to do. I think that you see something like that, and you'll see it and say, okay, he playing him inside. He trying to take away the slant. He going to try to do, all you got to do is give him a move.
And a deep kick is going to end up being a touchback.
Give him a move inside and head to the flag. Throw the ball throw it at the cone.
Words of wisdom from a former offensive coordinator.
You can see a lot up here when it's not your kids.
And so from the 20, NFC will take over. That's going to be a handoff to the running back, and he's going to be hit hard. Johnson on the carry, but he was leveled by Jim Murrow, who came all the way over. That's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Just inside of a minute left here in the first quarter. Marauders lead NFC 6-0 on the strength of 2 field goals. Eagles with their ball on their own 25, going to take the snap, hand it off once again. Running back looking for room, and he's going to get bottled up by a host of Marauders. Might even have been for maybe a yard, maybe not. And just if you're keeping your eye on some other area scores, Godby is absolutely having their way with Paxson. 44-0 in the first half.
I'm really excited about that anymore.
As a Godby alum, I have to shout out my school when I can.
Man, you couldn't wait to tell that score.
Phillips from the shotgun, twin receivers to the top of your screen.
Tackle him!
And flag is on the field. Got a flag on the field as the clock trickles down to 0, signaling the end of the first quarter. We'll see what the call is, what the officials say.
Offside, Marauders.
And so Maclay lined up offsides, but we'll see if there's any time that'll get back on the clock. Looks like there will be. Refs haven't signaled anything. I don't know if this is an untimed down or not.
Mark, when it was a penalty, and then at the end of the quarter,
it's like it's going to be an untimed down?
He put a second back on the clock.
There'll be 1 second left in the first quarter. Phillips is going to hand it off to McCray, who bursts up the middle. He's got room to run, and he's going to be hit and dropped right as he was about to cross midfield, and there would have been nothing but daylight. Eagles picking up a crucial first down there. Keenan Milford. Excuse me, I think that was Caleb Hutchin in on the stop. So that's going to end the first quarter. We're going to take a break. You are watching Maclay Football Live right here, fourquartersonline.com.
I am Eric Phipps. I started at Maclay early 2000s, sometime in pre-K. I live on a dirt road kind of out in the woods, and I've always kind of enjoyed being in nature and interacting with it. I've always wanted to make change, I guess. Biology seems like a field that would be really rewarding, and also I find it very interesting. I've found it interesting since 9th grade. Clay does have a band. It's nice to be able to participate and play the trumpet because I love doing that. Although it is also nice to be able to conduct. I love jazz.
Eric started in band in the 5th grade. He started on the trumpet, and he has loved music ever since and has stayed with the band program ever since. And as he has developed, he has become more of a leader in the band. And
so that's going to be another handoff to McCray, who's still on his feet. He's going to be hit and tripped up. And just like that, you see how explosive DeAndre McCray can be. Couple of quick drives and
Mark, looked like the Eagles are trying to hurry up offense, trying to keep Marauders off balance. You can't.
It has been very effective. They've probably covered about 50 yards in about 3 plays.
It's a very effective. It keeps the defense on his toes. They can't make any changes because they're running plays. They're running it quick.
And that was Jonathan Lucas on the last running play. Well, excuse me, that was Johnson on the last running play. Trying to hit the edge. And NFC now has the ball on the Maclay 20-yard line. Phillips from the shotgun, twin receivers down to the bottom of your screen. And that's going to be number 21. Ben Wynn, we just talked about this young man last week, in on the sack. And that might have been what the Maclay defense needed.
A negative play always helps the defense.
Okay. So with the sack, NFC loses quite a bit of yardage. That's going to bring up 4th down. Phillips from the shotgun going to drop back. He's going to take off and run, trying to get the first down. He's going to try and slide, and I think he's going to have it. And that looks like that's going to be enough for an Eagle first down. So Lucas checks back into the game, and they're going to hand it off to him, and he powers up the middle. And this hurry-up NFC offense is trying to climb back into this game as the clock runs down to about 9 minutes and 45 seconds here in the second quarter. Eagles trail 6-0. Phillips once again is going to hand it off to Lucas. Lucas weaves his way through the line, and he's going to try and worm his way down to about the 6-yard line. And Coach, I know you got experience with this. A hurry-up offense is very dangerous.
It's dangerous because it keeps the defense on his toes. It keeps them off balance. And what you're trying to accomplish is to catch them out of place. Alignments are wrong because they don't know where you at. You know where you're going, and you hurry up and snap it. Don't let them get set.
So once again, he's going to hand it off to Johnson, who powers his way, and he's going to cross the goal line. That's going to be touchdown NFC. And just like that, we are tied here at Frank Shaw Field with 9 minutes left in the half. And so NFC showing what they can do on offense, just like Maclay was showing what they were capable of. And with the extra point pending right now, we're tied. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. And within a matter of seconds, NFC has taken the lead.
That was a very good drive by the Eagles. Set up very well. Good field position. Driving the ball. Great runs by McCray. And that play by the quarterback might have been the most crucial play on that drive, where he scrambled for the first down because they were behind the chains at the time. No one to throw it to, and he found some room, and he made the first down. Mark, this game is quite a bit different from the last time these two teams played. By this time in the first half, it was pretty much on the way to blowout by North Florida Christian. This time, the Marauders look like they came to play.
Other scores from around the area, Florida High leading Andrew Jackson 21-0. And that kick is going to be fielded pretty clean. Croston on the return. That was a pretty decent return to give Maclay pretty good field position again. Almost out to the 40. Ball resting on the 39, 8:59 to go.
I know I said this before, but
first half.
This is probably one of the most critical drives so far in the game. Stay ahead of the chains and try to take the lead back with a solid drive. If they get anywhere downside to 20, that's almost goal with a field goal kicker.
So 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Grant takes the snap. Looking for a man on the outside. He's got one, and that's Popple, who stays on his feet, and he's got daylight. He's going to make a move to cut back inside. Still on his feet, and he's going to be down, finally brought down inside the 10. That's going to bring up first and goal for the Marauders, and a big play.
Usually, Popple would be making plays on the run game, but he's having an exceptional night so far catching the ball. And that was a tremendous run he just had. Breaking a tackle and putting the ball in. They're in scoring position right now.
And so Marauders showing that they have big play capabilities, not backing down from the NFC defense. And it's going to be first and 10, Maclay. Ball resting on the 7-yard line. That's going to man in motion. Grant's going to take the snap, and he's going to keep it. Trying to find some kind of running room, and he's going to get down to about the 5. And Maclay once again is knocking on the door.
Mark, look like the place to attack the Eagles tonight will be on the edges, on the outside. The front line of the Eagles are pretty much stuffing everything inside.
And so it's going to be first and goal. Ball on the 5 for the Marauders. Popple, long running back in the backfield. And he's going to get the pitch from Grant, trying to turn the corner. And he's going to be marked down just shy of the goal line, looks like. Looks like he's going to be on the half-foot mark. Third down and 1 for the Marauders. And so Grant's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off. Running back is met by a wall of Eagle defenders.
Mark, that is the one place on the Eagle team you cannot run. Those big guys in the middle are really dominating the line of scrimmage. They changed the line of scrimmage. They pushed the Marauder line blockers, pushed them in the backfield, made it it's going to be very difficult to run the ball, especially when they know you're going to run it in there.
And Coach Raymer's going to play it safe here, go for the points, the sure points here, try to retake the lead, but NFC winning the battle here in the trenches.
Mark, I think that's a smart thing to do. Points. Get the points.
Snap is down, kick is on its way, and it's going to be good. Maclay retakes the lead. 9-7 is your score with 6 minutes left to go, but we've seen plenty of excitement thus far. Marauders inches away from finding pay dirt in the end zone, weren't able to stick it in, but I think this short field is the short game is definitely going to be the tail of the tape tonight.
Yeah, the line of scrimmage is being dominated in the middle by the Eagles, and it's very difficult to run inside. Those big guys are pushing the Marauder linemen backwards and there's no room to run the ball up the middle.
Meanwhile, across town, Lincoln leading Jacksonville First Coast 14-0. Florida High has added to their lead all over Andrew Jackson 35-0. Still in the first half. Kick is going to be deep, and it's going to sail out of bounds. And so, Coach, what we're really seeing is, for Maclay, I think one of their biggest keys is going to be trying to keep this NFC offense kind of stifled up. I think, really just for the most part, we talked about that last drive where Phillips ran for that first down, and that kind of sustained the drive a little bit. But Maclay is really just inches away from finding the end zone, and that really could have been, 2-touchdown lead here.
It's kind of difficult, Mark, when they scoring touchdowns and you kicking field goals. But you're maintaining the lead, which gives you an edge.
So Phillips from the shotgun is going to hand it off. Running back looking for the edge. That's Johnson. He's going to find a crease right before he's dragged out of bounds. Not before he picks up.
Get off the ball! Use your hand!
He's going to pick up about 9.
And they're in the hurry-up offense again.
Once again, that's going to be a handoff to the running back as Lucas is going to plow ahead for the first down. And I think for the Marauders, really for them, it's going to be about getting set.
And getting your alignment correct. You want to.
Once again, that's going to be another fakes the handoff. It's going to be a swing pass. He's going to be dragged out of bounds. That's number 7 on the reception.
Mark, that hurry-up offense. Get your guys out of alignment. They run him all over the field trying to find out where they're supposed to be on.
Whitaker on the reception, and Eagles on the move again. Twin receivers to the bottom of your screen. NFC in the hurry up. And Lucas is going to pound his way forward. Sheds off a couple of tacklers for about 3 yards. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in the half. Marauders clinging to a 9-7 lead. And there's a handoff to Johnson. He is going to find his way to another NFC first down. Eagles once again on the move. Ball on the Marauder 28. There's another snap. And I think this time they were a little bit too fast for the officials.
I think Marauders called timeout because they had too many men on the field. With that hurry-up offense, you're trying to switch men in and out of the game, and it's difficult because they're going to hurry up and snap the ball, and you might have 12 people on the field. Makes it very difficult. You got to get the right personnel in there. They don't give you a chance to take players in and out, and it makes it very difficult.
And so Marauders trying to buy themselves a little bit of breathing room here. And so NFC been in a pretty good rhythm. Maclay trying to slow down these Eagles. And there's the handoff. That's Lucas again, grinding up the middle for about 3 or 4 yards. That's going to bring up second down. And once again, NFC in this hurry-up offense. Phillips going to roll out, hits his receiver, number 8, sheds a defender. And that's Michael McCorvey. And, Coach, that name should sound pretty familiar.
Yeah, I think it's a guy that used to play at Florida State, isn't he?
He was pretty good, if I remember.
I think so. Might have been one of the best receivers in the country.
And that's Lucas again on the ground. And there's a swing pass. That's DeAndre McCray on the edge. Flag on the play. Still on his feet. And he's going to be hit and drop right before he can get to the end zone. And we're going to see what this is. We're going to see what the officials say here, what the call is. And that's going to be holding against the Eagles, slowing them down and backing them up. Maclay defense is definitely going to try to take advantage of that. That's going to bring up second and about 14 or 15. Twin receivers to the bottom of your screen. Phillips, the quarterback. Johnson, the running back. Phillips going to take the snap, drops back, and it's going to be a screen pass, and it's going to fall incomplete, bringing up third down. And there was no one over there, Coach.
I think the play was set up. Maybe the person who was supposed to get the ball didn't realize it.
So NFC with twin receivers to the top of your screen. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in the half.
Look for something with McCray on this play. Is that playmaker.
Phillips dropping back. He got pressure. It's hit and dropped. And that was Brody coming off the edge. He almost had himself Almost had himself a sack, but was almost that just as close to causing a fumble there. That's going to bring up 4th down for NFC. I do not see a field goal kicker trotting onto the field. Looks like the Eagles are going to go for it here. And Eagles are going to call a timeout. Coach Price looked like he didn't like what he saw. So we're going to take 1, too. This is 4 Quarters Online. We'll be right back right after this.
My name is Hannah Jose. I've been at Maclay since the 9th grade. Instantly, when I came into Maclay, I was connected with teachers, mentors, peers that helped me have like one of the smoothest transitions. I found a notebook on my teacher's desk at Lloyd Comforter, and it said Student Astronaut Challenge. And instantly I was like, what is that? And she explained it to me, and she said, hey, if you want to create a team, we need 5 people by tomorrow. And so I asked a bunch of my friends from different grade levels, and we had a team by the next day. And when I came to Maclay and found that there wasn't a Student Astronaut Challenge, I knew that I had to get this program started. So when I competed in the middle school, I just remember loving it and wanting to learn more and wanting to know more. And so getting to help the middle schoolers really inspires me to continue what I'm doing. I just see them light up, and it's been an incredible experience because we're working together and they look up to me, but I am also looking for them for inspiration. So
Eagles facing 4th down. Looking for a man across the middle, and it's going to fall incomplete, and the Maclay defense holds. Coach, I think they needed that stop.
That was critical. You didn't want to give up a touchdown. You want to stay in the game, keeping the edge with the lead. And the longer you stay in the lead, the team that beat the other team last time, it's kind of frustrating because last time they had their way with the Marauders, and now they're struggling trying to put points on the board. They've only scored once. I'm curious of what Coach Raymer's going to do. Is he going to go? He got 3 minutes.
So we'll see what kind of offensive play calling we're going to see from the Marauders now here going the other way. Grant from the shotgun doesn't like what he sees. He's going to take off and run. Throwing it. Not smart, and that's going to be an interception. And a golden opportunity just kind of slipped through as we see the first turnover of the night. And that was Parker McCrane, Johnny on the spot with the interception. And NFC has a fresh set of downs deep inside Maclay territory. And you hate to see stuff like that, Coach.
Yeah. The defense just stopped, and it's a quick turnaround play. Uses the advantage on the offense.
And that's McCray. He's going to take the handoff and burst through and into the end zone. Touchdown, NFC. Mistakes proven to be very costly here. As the Eagles now have shot out to a 13. Not sure what the call is, but that one may be negated. The touchdown will stand. And so DeAndre McCray, the big playmaker, just kind of gave a gut punch to the Maclay Marauders there. Just really, they were in an excellent position going the other way. The interception followed by the McCray touchdown. And the missed extra point kick is no good, but not before the damage has been done. NFC leads 13-9 over the Marauders. Just not what you want, and really I think for Grant definitely should have taken the sack.
Yeah, should have taken the sack because the more clock you eat up in field position, puts you in good shape. Your defense just left the field. And that's
I think he was trying to make something happen, but when you're in a position like that, you want to live to fight another day. You definitely want to keep the ball out of the hands of some of these NFC playmakers and give yourself an opportunity to make plays. So, Coach Raymer will have some words of encouragement for his quarterback.
Yeah, you got to learn. Young men make mistakes, trying to make a play. He was hustling, trying to make a play. Sometimes when you try to make a play, try to do too much, it comes back to haunt you.
So Croston back deep for the Marauders. And that's Sam Cooper, the big fella. He's going to kick it off. High end over end kick is going to be fielded clean by Croston. He's going to take it upfield looking for a lane, and he's going to be dropped at the 27-yard line, and that's where the Marauders will take over. 3:08 left to play.
The Marauders did not need to get this ball back to the Eagles. Keep the score where it is, try to make something happen. They need a drive to keep the ball away from them and eat up this clock for the half is in.
And so Grant going downfield looking for a man, and he's got it. That's number 13, still on his feet. Touchdown, Marauders.
Marauders.
Brody Popple proving himself to be every bit of the receiver as he is the running back.
Man, what a play. They come right back down the field. Coach Raymer does not play it safe.
Finding the mismatch and taking advantage of it, and the confidence of Grant just after the mistake and then throwing the big play for the touchdown. Coach, that was 67 yards. Kick is up and it's good. NFC strikes fast, but so does Maclay. Marauders climb right back into it and take the lead. 2:54
I guess
left in the half.
Mark, you can't be on the 1 or 2 yard line. You got to score from a distance. Mark, we got a great game here going tonight. Who would have thunk it? The Marauders couldn't score from the 1, couldn't score from the 2. Get a big pass for a touchdown, which is I think kind of shook the Eagles up, Mark. They wasn't expecting it.
And the Marauders coming right back, not backing down from NFC.
Stand down. Come on.
And so really trying to choose their spots in their kickoffs, trying to keep the ball out of the hands of some of the most dangerous NFC playmakers.
Maclay is one of the most dangerous return men, and I don't blame him. Don't kick it to him. Kick it out of bounds better than kicking it to him. They're going to make him kick it again.
And so we're going to see the re-kick here.
Well, I can make you a bet. Number 9 won't touch this, won't get the kick.
So nice. A bouncy kick looking for some running room. That's going to be number 7. Is going to shake a man, and he's going to be dragged down at the 38-yard line.
Oh, it's a strategy, keeping the ball away from the dangerous return man, Maclay. Willing to give up yardage just to keep it from having an opportunity to take it all the way back.
And so really, just an exciting matchup here. This is the brand of football that we promised everybody, and both teams are delivering here tonight. Phillips from the shotgun drops back looking for a man. It's going to be Lucas, and he's going to be hammered as soon as he catches the ball, but not after about a 1-yard gain. 2:30 left in the half. So once again, Phillips from the shotgun. Lucas is the running back. Twin receivers to the top of your screen. Fakes the handoff, looking for some running room to the outside, trying to get to the edge. He throws it, looking for a man downfield. Pass is going to be incomplete. Hutchin in for the defense. Maclay was the intended receiver. Godby now has a running clock out in Duval County. They're up 64-0 over Paxton. A minute 55 here at Frank Shaw Field left until the half. Maclay has the lead 16-13 over the visiting Eagles. Phillips throws the screen. Maclay looking for room, and he's going to be dropped. Pack of Marauders showed up. And the Eagles are going to be facing a punting situation for the second time tonight.
Exceptional defensive stand by the Marauders. Keeping things in front of them, not letting anybody get behind. And that dangerous man, everybody knowing where he is, I think in practice this week, I'm sure they knew number 9, find out where number 9 is. He is a big playmaker.
And so punt is on its way. Popple to receive, and he feels it cleanly, looking for some room. Tries to shake a defender. He's going to be dragged down back at the 23-yard line. And so Maclay will take over 1st and 10 with a minute left. And we're seeing the momentum changes here.
I'm wondering what Coach, I've seen Coach Raymer start throwing it up in the air, slinging it all around. He don't care what time, how much space, how much time is left in the game. But I'm sure he's happy with the lead he got right now.
And so Grant is going to take the snap. He's rolling out, looking for a man to the outside, and he's got him.
Coach Raymond.
Kenny Milford on the reception.
I'm out
hit and drop, stayed in bounds.
He's a gambler, Coach. He's still throwing the football. He's not taking it for granted. He's trying to put as many points up as he can. It looked like they got the Eagles on the heels now.
And so Maclay,
a lot of
with
time
the ball
on
resting.
The clock after cuts, after he's
And we've got timeout here on the field. And we're going to take one too. This is 4 Quarters Online, the home of Maclay Football all season long in 2020. We'll be right back right after this. Timeout was waved off. So we're going to stay, have some more football. Marauders, twin receivers either side of your screen. Man goes in motion. Grant's going to drop back, looking for a man on the outside, and pass is going to fall incomplete.
That was dangerous to route. It looked like they were too close together.
A lot of white jerseys over there.
That was too close.
And this is really where you want to start playing mistake-free football. You don't want to give anybody – if you're Maclay, you don't want to give anybody on the NFC side a chance to make a play here just before the half while you've got the momentum. But if they can find themselves inside the 25, they've got a shot at a field goal. Trip receivers to the bottom of your screen. Grant from the shotgun. Makes the safe throw. Popple trying to get to the edge. I don't think he was able to get there. Clock's going to continue to run. Marauders line up quickly. Quarterback opts to spike it. Save some time.
Mark, that was a dangerous spike. You gotta make sure you're throwing the football down. Just knocking it down, the referee might have considered that a fumble.
Yeah, absolutely. Little things count. Definitely.
I guess I'm going into my coach's mode here. I see certain things happening, and I've seen it happen in games before, so I'm looking to see things. I hate to see kids make mistakes.
Twin receivers either side. Man goes in motion. Grant's going to hand it off, and nothing doing on the jet sweep. Clock trickles down to 15 seconds. And NFC lining up squarely and prevent defense, not wanting to give up the big play. So Maclay loses a good chunk of change here on facing third down. And if you're the Marauders, you definitely want to try to find a way to make sure you end the half with the ball in your possession.
Don't give it to the other team.
NFC looking for any kind of opportunity to take advantage of here. And they've got the playmakers that can do so. Coach, I think this is the Maclay Marauders that we have been used to seeing. And you know, this is the kind of offensive fireworks that we were looking forward to here tonight. Trip receivers to the bottom of your screen. Grant and Popple in the backfield. Grant in the shotgun. Grant's going to take the snap, and he's going to hold on to it and try to fight for some more yards wisely as the Marauders are going to look to end the half with the ball in their possession.
He didn't want him to go out of bounds and giving the Eagles a chance. It's 4th down.
And so with 8 seconds left until the half, Grant once again from the shotgun. And he's going to roll out looking for anything. Oh, and he's just going to hold it. And Marauders are going to end the half.
That was one of the most intelligent plays I've seen watching coaches. He took that ball and he ran for 8 seconds and didn't allow them on 4th down. I thought that was one of the smartest plays I've ever seen.
As a former offensive coordinator, coach, you would be able to know.
Everybody wondering what they're doing. They're going for it on 4th down. It was a dangerous man back there. If they would have punted that ball to Maclay, he wanted to get his hands on the ball and make things happen. So, smart play by the Marauders. And they go in, Mark, with a lead.
Absolutely. I think definitely the NFC defense is definitely look like they're on their heels. And Maclay, I think this is the brand of football that Coach Raymer had been talking about. If anything, I think he definitely knew what had his game plan together, knew what personnel he was getting back this week, and this shows as the Marauders have come out swinging, and they're taking a 16-13 lead over NFC into the locker room. And so really, I look to see a lot of halftime adjustments here.
You want to go in. I think the Eagles came out here tonight with a little chip on their shoulder, thinking that, they beat them pretty bad last time. And the team that loses the game always makes most adjustments in the second game. Looked like the Eagles were expecting the Marauders to kind of lay down. And they did. They played hard. And I think they're a little shocked right now that they're behind. They've been playing some pretty good football this year, especially the last couple of 3 games. And I don't think they've been behind very much this last part of the season.
And so we've got a final out in Jacksonville. Godby takes it 64-0 over Paxson. And the Cougars really just Paxson just way overmatched by Godby. And I think, really for the Cougars, just ran the ball and did kind of what they wanted to do. Paxson, that was their first ever playoff game in the 64-year history of the school.
And it might be the last.
And so let's see if we have any more halftime scores from around the area. See if we can check in. Swanee trailing Terry Parker 7-0 at the half. Rickers up 21-0 over Ed White. Florida High in the 3rd quarter against Andrew Jackson. Seminoles in cruise control up 35-0. And here's a good game. Mosley and St. Augustine. Mosley trailing St. Augustine 16-17 in the 2nd quarter. Lincoln down at Gene Cox leading First Coast 21-0. Madison County holding a 13-point lead over Dixie County out at Boot Hill 26-13. Cowboys up. Osceola Christian had drew the short straw, had to go out to face University Christian out in Jacksonville. They're down 41-0. Waiting on some other games to kick off out in the Panhandle. They're an hour behind, and so that's pretty much what we got. And, Coach, this is what I love about playoff football. It's just the madness from around the area. And this has been a good season, even though it's been shortened by COVID, but we've already seen one playoff game kind of bite the dust in the area. We'll not get a chance to see John Paul and FAMU High play. FAMU High, unfortunately, having to take the really heartbreaking decision from the state to have to forfeit based on some COVID concerns. And, I had a chance to see FAMU High earlier. Great team. Got some playmakers on there, and it's just terrible that we won't get a chance to see them in the postseason.
Yes, it's the pandemic taking the program out. They didn't lose on the field. They lost because of the pandemic, and it's probably tough, especially for the seniors. You don't get opportunity to play. If you want your senior year, you want to go out fighting. You had an opportunity to make it to the next level, and I thought FAMU High was a pretty good football team that did not get a chance to play, and that's a benefit of John Paul. They get to move on and play next week.
So, gonna miss the 2020 Baby Rattlers. Definitely, you just hate to see that. But that's just the result of the COVID era that we're living in. Each game could literally be your last, and no fault to these seniors. But with that being said, we're going to pause here for a halftime break. We want to encourage everybody to stay logged on here, and we'll catch you guys for another exciting half of football. This is 4 Quarters Online, and we'll be right back for the start of the fourth quarter after these messages.
I think in lower school and middle school, I didn't really appreciate it as much just because it was school. Sophomore year is when I really started to grow and learn that, this is your future and everybody here wants to help you. I was a baseball player until my sophomore year. I got tendonitis in my shoulder during the first game of the season, and I was also running track at that time, and I said, well, why don't I focus on running track and just getting better at that, and if I recover, I'll recover and I can go back to playing baseball, but let me try to be the best I can be while I'm running track. Fell in love with track, fell in love with cross country, and ever since then, it's just been running. Everybody here wants to help you. Like I said, I didn't understand that until sophomore year. That's when I realized I need to start doing my work.
I recommended Jay because not only is he one of the best runners in North Florida, South Georgia, but he knew that he needed to strengthen his schedule in order to be more competitive getting into colleges. He couldn't get in just based on his running, get into the college he wanted to get into. So he beefed up his schedule.
In college, I want to study anatomy and physiology or sports physiology. Don't know which one yet, but they kind of go together, so that helps. Future plans, I see myself running in college. Med school, some type of sports science, something around that field. That just keeps me in the loop of sports when I'm not actually doing sports anymore. So after the running career is over, I can still be around sports because I love it. I'm Jay, and I'm inspired.
Junior interview series started 5 years ago, meeting a need of students graduating from high school never have having true interview experience. So our head of school, James Milford, created a committee that would work together to provide an opportunity for our junior class students to experience interviews to best prepare them for a variety of experiences, including college interviews, scholarship interviews, internship interviews. In the fall, we offer a workshop for the students to learn about the befores, during, and afters of an interview. They can practice things like eye contact, handshakes, body posture. Then they also practice the actual answering of a question.
And all of those things, from how you sit to how you say it to what you say, matters, because we are so hidden in the electronic world. We're so hidden of, as you're typing on your phone or doing, you can sit, you can do whatever you want, and we don't realize those things matter.
And then in the spring semester, we have 2 mock face-to-face one-on-one interviews where a person from our community will come and sit with the students for about 25-30 minutes and run a mock interview, and at the end of that experience, the student will get verbal and written feedback that they can take away with them. Most of our juniors will not have had those interview experiences before this series. So we want them to walk away with basic skills, but more importantly, confidence.
Not knowing, as a college student, not knowing how interviews go, I would have been a little more afraid to get into them. But having Maclay set the foundation for how these interviews go and what kinds of questions that they ask, and being able to get constructive criticism, being able to get feedback, I felt like I was ready for these interviews because of Maclay.
When I speak to other friends of mine whose kids are in other schools and I tell them about this program, they are so envious and they wish that this program was at their schools because of the practicality of it.
They can go into an interview expecting something that is manageable for them because they've already done it before. The Junior interview series started 5 years ago, meeting a need of students graduating from high school never have having true interview experience. So our head of school, James Milford, created a committee that would work together to provide an opportunity for our junior class students to experience interviews to best prepare them for a variety of experiences, including college interviews, scholarship interviews, internship interviews. In the fall, we offer a workshop for the students to learn about the befores, during, and afters of an interview. They can practice things like eye contact, handshakes, body posture. Then they also practice the actual answering of a question.
And all of those things, from how you sit to how you say it to what you say, matters, because we are so hidden in the electronic world. We're so hidden of, as you're typing on your phone or doing, you can sit, you can do whatever you want, and we don't realize those things matter.
And then in the spring semester, we have 2 mock face-to-face one-on-one interviews where a person from our community will come and sit with the students for about 25-30 minutes and run a mock interview, and at the end of that experience, the student will get verbal and written feedback that they can take away with them. Most of our juniors will not have had those interview experiences before this series. So we want them to walk away with basic skills, but more importantly, confidence.
Not knowing, as a college student, not knowing how interviews go, I would have been a little more afraid to get into them. But having Maclay set the foundation for how these interviews go and what kinds of questions that they ask, and being able to get constructive criticism, being able to get feedback, I felt like I was ready for these interviews because of Maclay.
When I speak to other friends of mine whose kids are in other schools and I tell them about this program, they are so envious and they wish that this program was at their schools because of the practicality of it.
They can go into an interview expecting something that is manageable for them because they've already done it before.
When I drop my children off every day, they're happy to come to school. They're welcomed into loving arms. I love that Maclay preschool classrooms are small in size and that there's also 2 teachers in every classroom.
They get to do things like art and Spanish and go to science lab.
Learning is almost hidden and the children don't realize the education that they're getting each day. They're having fun through playing and hands-on experiences.
They enjoy coming to school every day, and as a parent, there's nothing more that you could ask for in a preschool for your children.
All right, and we're back for another exciting second half here at Frank Shaw Field. And Coach, we were just having an interesting conversation about the dynamics of what do you tell your team when you've played a team already? How do you get back up? How do you have the same energy? And I think for NFC, they're finding themselves in a situation where they're having to make adjustments to a team that they handled pretty easily earlier. But this is not the same Maclay football team. This is a very different group of kids, and they're motivated right now.
Yeah, I've been a coach for about 30 years. The toughest thing to do is to play a team twice, no matter what the score was. Get your kids fired up to play the second time, because they, in their young, immature minds, they think that they can continue, and the other team is going to be the same. It's not that way.
So NFC will be set to receive. And Maclay going once again.
Go get it! Pull it loose.
And really, special teams has not been a factor, but Coach, we were just talking. We feel like it might be if things kind of hold up and each team is playing the way they are defensively. We may see things come down to a play or two, or somewhere in special teams will factor into this game here in the second half. And so Marauders going to line up NFC with twin receivers. They're going to hand it off to Lucas, who bursts through the hole, and he's going to pick up about 7 or 8. And there's NFC trying to get back in that hurry-up offensive mode. Phillips, the quarterback, twin receivers to the top of your screen. Phillips takes the snap. He's going to swing it out to the outside. There's number 7 on the reception, and he's going to be very close to a first down. I think they're going to give it to him. Milford in on the tackle. And that's going to be third down and about an inch or so. And it looks like they're going to give it to him. Eagles pick up a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10, NFC ball on their own 45-yard line. Phillips And so that was Whitaker on the reception from the swing pass. And I'm not sure if forward momentum's going to give him about 3 yards. That's going to bring up second and about 7. Phillips is going to hand it off to McCray, looking for some running room, bounces it out to the outside, trying to get to the edge, and he does. Shakes the tackle, and McCray is free down the sideline, and no one's going to catch him. Touchdown, NFC. And the fireworks have started early here in the third quarter as NFC strikes first.
I figure when they come out, they're going to get a heavy dose of McCray, the playmaker for the Eagles. And that was a lot of him because they had him hemmed up a little bit, and he just broke a couple of tackles, and he's off to the races. Once he get out front, nobody in this stadium can catch him.
And so back come the Eagles. McCray taking that one 50 yards to pay dirt. Kick is good. And NFC leads 20-16, wasting no time. And so if you're Maclay right now, you really defensively, it's just finding the ball carrier as fast as you can because NFC is not wasting any time coming out of the huddle.
Watch out the foot!
And so NFC will kick it off. Croston will field it cleanly at his own 12, looking for a lane, and he's going to run into a defender, but not before he gets out to his own 26-yard line, and that's where Maclay will take over 1st and 10. And so Maclay trying to, really, they've done an excellent job this game of answering everything NFC has thrown at them. We'll see what they come out with, what Coach Raymond's going to dial up. That's Grant. From the shotgun, Popple goes in motion, hands it off. And that's the other Popple looking for some running room, shakes the defender. He's going to pick up about 11 and a first down, or about 9, and he's going to be close to a first down. And so Grant once again in shotgun, twin receivers to the bottom of your screen. Popple goes in motion. Grant's going to hand it off again, and that's going to be enough for the first down. 2-yard run by Brody Popple. And it looks like Florida High, on the strength of a running clock, has down Andrew Jackson. That's a final 42-6. Grant's going to hand it off. Maclay trying to get the ground game going.
running the ball accomplishes a couple things. It keeps that clock moving and it keeps the score tight. If you can control the ball and score, you won't give the Eagles much time on the clock. And it looks like what they're trying to do.
And so Grant finds his man Popple on the reception, and that's going to be good enough for another Marauder first down.
Mark, they're flooding the zone, which is going to leave some lanes. If the one guy goes deep and each one has a lane to fill, linebackers have to get in there and try to help on the rollout. Makes it very difficult for the defense if the quarterback makes a good decision.
And so Maclay almost near midfield, ball on their own 48. Grant's going to take the snap, fakes the handoff, looking for a man, can't find one, and wisely throws it away as NFC brought a ton of pressure.
NFC was looking for a grounding, intentional grounding.
And so Maclay with three receivers to the top of your screen. Grant from the shotgun. NFC showing blitz, and they bring it. And he's got a man off to the outside, and that pass is going to be complete.
The comeback
Milford.
Very difficult to cover.
And Marauders moving very methodically down the field. Maclay's going to be facing a third down and about 2 yards to go as they cross midfield. Marauders once again with three receivers to the bottom of your screen. Grant and Popple in the backfield. Grant from the shotgun. And there's the pitch to Popple, and he's going to grind his way, but he looks like he's going to be short of the first down. And that's going to be, the official's going to mark it fourth and about 2. So as we near the midway point of the third quarter, 7:15 left, Maclay facing a crucial fourth down here. Twin receivers to the top of your screen. Man goes in motion. And that's going to be a punt. And it's going to take kind of a sideways bounce after it hits the 15. And that's where NFC will take over. So with 6:54 left in the third, Marauders going to try to fight for field position. The NFC will take over 1st and 10 on their own 15.
That was a good setup, Mark. They made sure that McCray was not back, and they punted the ball. They kept it in a formation where he wouldn't go back. He had to play defense.
And so NFC is going to hand it to Lucas, and he's going to scamper for an Eagle first down. He's going to be hit and dropped, ball on the 24-yard line of NFC. So that's going to be a timeout. We're going to take one too. This is 4 quarters online. We'll be right back right after this.
2 years ago, in this very site, we launched the I Think initiative. Two years later, we stand here in the new Beck Family Innovation Center coming out of the ground, going into the chemistry lab with the Beck Family Research Center behind us. This movement, this attitude of the I Think initiative has been amazing for our students because we're trying to honor our mission to make sure that we're helping our students reach their fullest extent by honoring the interests that each one of them have.
There is no set curriculum, so the teachers can teach how they want to teach kids, and I think that's really helpful.
I mean, I've heard from...
So as we come back to the action, that's going to be another handoff, and we've got a flag on the play. Out in the Panhandle, Wakulla and Pine Forest are tied at 14. And we've got movement at the line of scrimmage, and it looks like it's going to be offsides called against the Marauders. And so NFC will take advantage, and they're going to hand it off to Johnson, and he's going to be hit, still on his feet. Not before he picks up the first down and some more. As he gets out to about the Eagle 42-yard line, 41-yard line. And that's going to be good for a first down. And that's another running play by Lucas. And Lucas is very shifty and hard to bring down.
When he gets in there, he's so short, you can't hardly see him. And when you see him, it's too late. He's running by you.
And Eagles in that hurry-up offense, and there's another running play, nothing doing on that one. I think that was Jackson on the carry. And Phillips from the shotgun rolling out, looking for a man to the outside, and he's got him. That's number 7. Whitaker on the reception. Eagles very close to another first down, about 2 yards shy. Ball resting on the Marauder. Another swing pass is going to be short. And we've got Laundry on the field.
Illegal procedure, though.
And so NFC facing a 3rd and long here. Marauders trying to take away any offensive opportunities NFC's trying to create on this drive so they can get the ball back in the hands of their offense. Phillips from the shotgun hands it off to McCray, trying to squeeze his way, but won't be anything doing, as that's going to bring up 4th down as McCray maybe got a yard. So Marauders force a 4th down. And we've got an injured player on the field. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
My name is Avery Smith. I came to Maclay in 2016, came in as a freshman, and I moved from a different school. I ran cross country my freshman and sophomore year, and then I ran track all 3 years and plan to run this year as well. And then I played soccer all 4 years. And then the clubs I've been a part of Student Council, Anchor Club, Red Cross Club, and then Dance Marathon is my big organization that I'm a part of.
Miracle Network Dance Marathon is a movement benefiting Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, an organization that raises funds and awareness for over 170 pediatric hospitals across North America.
My freshman year, I signed up 2 days before, and I went that Saturday, and I immediately just fell in love with it. I think it's so cool that a group of students can get together and raise thousands of dollars for the families and for kids with pediatric illness. I just know so many families that go to Maclay and that are in the Tallahassee community that are affected by Dance Marathon.
And so we're back to the action. NFC facing a 4th down. We're going to see what Coach Price is going to dial up here, facing about 4th and 5. And they're going to hand it off to Maclay, and Macray's going to try and look for the edge, and he's got it. He's got the first down and a little bit more as their biggest offensive weapon finds a way to keep the drive going. And that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Eagles, who have now worked their way deep into Maclay territory. Ball resting on the 25-yard line, and that's where NFC will go to work again. Fresh set of downs. Low snap, hands it off to Lucas, who's hit immediately and dropped. And he may have lost half a yard. And, Coach, we talked about Maclay earlier.
Every time they need a big play, that's what you got to look for.
And so short pass as Phillips faced a ton of pressure coming from the defense. Lucas checks out and Jackson checks in at running back.
Mark, it's another long 3rd down. And where's that man, number 9?
Phillips from the shotgun, twin receivers to the top of your screen. That's Maclay and Whitaker. He's going to drop back, looking for a man to the outside, and it's complete. And that looks like McCorvey. No, Ray. That was Ray on the reception. And that's going to be moved to sticks for NFC, and they've going to have 1st and 10, ball on the 11. 12-yard line. And Maclay is going to pound his way forward.
That's been one of the more effective plays.
And NFC running back is in for the touchdown. Eagles very methodically move their way down the field, and it pays off on that drive as the Eagles have just jumped out and extended their lead to about 10. Extra point pending, and kick is up, and it is good. And NFC added a little bit of insurance there with 2:44 left in the 3rd quarter. Eagles up 27-16. Kick is on its way, fielded by Croston at the 12. Looking for a lane is Croston. He bursts through the middle. There's a flag down on the field as Croston gets out to about the 40-yard line. And so the penalty will back up the Marauders. Ball on their own 22, and that's where Grant and company will go to work. Trailing by 11 with 2:33 left in the third quarter. And we're going to see what Coach Raymer's going to dial up here as Grant rolls out, looking for a man to the outside. Got him. Pass is complete. And that's going to be very close to a first down. I think he's going to have it. That looks like an 11-yard pickup. Marauders pick up the first down. And so Grant's going to roll out again, looking for a man to the outside. Got him. Just overthrown. Milford was the intended receiver, and he had him open, just wasn't able to. Maclay really trying to work those outside passing routes to see if they can put together a drive here. Minute 56 left in the third. Twin receivers to the bottom of your screen. Once again, Grant's going to roll out, looking for a man to the outside, and just going to be underthrown. And so trip receivers to the bottom of your screen. Grant once again rolling out, looking for a man. Intended receiver was number 7 and could not hang on. Hilliard could not haul that one in, and Marauders are facing a 4th down. And Coach, really, that was a drive where Maclay really needed to.
It really needed to put.
Really needed that one, as we are winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Minute 39, good punt. Flip the field as NFC will take over on their own 27.
And the defense really got the hold to keep this game in close and keep it in distance so they can at least have an opportunity to come back. You don't want to get a three score lead and try to catch up in 1 quarter. That would be very, very difficult. NFC knows that if they can make this drive work, it'll pretty much put the game out of reach with not enough time to make a comeback.
And so NFC is going to go back to the ground again. And that looks like that's McCray on the carry. He's going to pick up a couple, about 3 or 4. That's going to bring up 2nd and about 7 for the Eagles. And really, we're seeing where really all this conditioning and everything that we've seen over summertime, this is where it pays off, because you can see the lineman going at it in the trenches. That's a handoff to Jackson. And he's going to pick up about 3. That's going to bring up 3rd and 3. As the final seconds of the 3rd quarter tick away here. And Phillips looking across the middle. It's tipped and picked off. That's number 24 with the interception.
That was
a huge turnover, as 1 tick left in the 3rd quarter, and Maclay defense comes up big with a takeaway and excellent field position. Coach, how huge was that?
Man, you got guys, they don't quit. I have to give the Marauders credit. They do not quit. They're a scrappy bunch.
So with 12 minutes and 1 second left in this game, Marauders just got a fresh set of downs off the interception.
I'm looking for something to go on over there with the long wide receiver. That's a good opportunity to throw a fade route.
And Popple's going to keep it. Put the ball back in the middle of the field as we change sides. 12 minutes of football left here at Frank Shaw Field. Marauders trying to take advantage off the turnover. We're going to take a timeout as we start the 4th quarter. Stay logged on. We'll be right back right after these messages.
2 years, he has become my student director. And what the student director does is to lead the jazz ensemble.
It's kind of hard to rein everybody in, especially when there's a student conductor, so you have to kind of be firm, and I guess I've learned how to do that. I've definitely grown since I started doing that, and I've learned more communication and leadership skills. I love Mr. Norman. He kind of teaches you more how to think than write, because not like he teaches you how to think, but he teaches you how to think for yourself. basically he teaches you that no piece of literature has one single meaning and you can interpret it however you'd like. And I think that's a really cool idea, something I learned in his class that I've never learned before. Something that's a recent interest, but I really want to do now is architecture. I'm going to college for engineering. That's the plan. And I really enjoy designing and building things. I have a lot of interests. I don't know which one I want to do, but currently.
And Coach Maclay, there's no need to stress how important these opportunities are going to come, as Grant's going to roll out, got a man to the outside, and it's dropped again.
Mark, that's there all day whenever they want it. That comeback route, because they're playing man, and it's there all day if they want it. They can come right back to it.
Caleb Hutchin just wasn't able to hang on. That would have been an excellent pickup. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Maclay still in excellent field position.
I'm looking for that wide receiver to do a fake the comeback and go deep on a rollout, because they'll expect them to come back. They've done it so much.
Twin receivers. Grant drops back. Popple breaks the tackle. He's going to have enough for the first down.
That young man is a tough player to bring down.
Yeah, he's had we've
one man, the first guy is not going to bring him down.
We've seen 26 all season long, and I think, if anything, just he's proven himself to be probably the most versatile guy on the offense right now. Grant drops back, trips receiver to the top of his screen. He's rolling out, looking for a guy. Got one to the outside. It's complete.
That is, I love the scheme.
And that's Milford.
I love what they're doing. They're keeping NFC DBs. They don't know if they're going deep.
Maclay down, but definitely not out of this ball game, trailing only by 11 and working their way deeper into NFC territory. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Grant's going to take the snap, and that's going to be pass interference.
I've been waiting on that all day. The comeback, then you just go deep. The DB got kind of relaxed, and the receiver just went past.
And really, if you're Maclay, that's just what the doctor ordered. They're going to take the first down and the extra yardage. It's going to be pass interference is the actual call. And that's going to be 1st and goal, Marauders. Ball resting on their own 10. Or 9. 10-yard line. 11 minutes left in the ball game. Maclay looking to cut into this NFC lead. Grant drops back. Looking for the fade route. And it's going to be, looked like it was out of bounds, but it falls incomplete. And if you're Coach Raymer, you're going to have to dial up something here to get your team some points. And Raymer's had some very good play calls so far tonight. Kind of kept NFC off balance, but what he comes up with here may be the most crucial here, because these opportunities won't come very often. Trips to the top of your screen, twin receivers to the bottom. Grant's going to drop back, looking for a man to the outside. He's going to hold it. And could not find the receivers. He got tangled up there in traffic. Not sure if he shouldn't have tucked it and just kind of taken some extra yardage.
This is an interesting down here. If they don't score, what is Coach Raymer going to do?
With enough time on the clock, and I think your defense has been playing well enough, I think you take the points here. Man coming into motion. That's Popple. Grant's going to take it, and he's going to hand it off, and Popple's going to be bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think what they were trying to do was that's just going to be a weird with the ball on the opposite hash as Marauders send out the field goal unit. And Coach Raymer's going to put it in the hands of his defense here. And Coach Price has to take a timeout.
I don't think he believes they're going to kick it. He make his defense. So
looks like they had the wrong personnel on the field. So Maclay trying to make the most of really what was the interception here at the end of the final play of the third quarter. And Marauders are just, you know, you look for stops like that and try to, you know, take advantage of those opportunities, but definitely not out of this ball game by any stretch. But they've definitely got some work to do. So this one will be about 30 yards. Maclay's kicker's been money all night. Snap is down, kick is up and on its way. It's got plenty of leg, and it is good. And Marauders get points off the interception. And so now Maclay trailing by 8 with 10:04 left.
We're back in an interesting situation here.
You think we're going to see the onside?
I don't think so. I wouldn't do that. I would kick it off and try to play defense, not giving the Eagles a short field if you don't get it. But I'm just an announcer. But I think they're going to kick this off. Trying not to kick the Maclay.
And that's going to end up in the hands of Whitaker. Whitaker trying to hit the edge, and he's going to get out of bounds at the 35. Eagles will take over 1st and 10. Their own 35. 9:58 left to play in the ball game. Swanee comes out on top with the victory, 14-7 over Terry Parker. And Lincoln Trojans over at Cox Stadium are leading 28-0 with 6:25 left to play.
Tough.
And NFC trying to, I think we're gonna see some.
I don't think he's gonna put it in the air much.
Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna see what the NFC offensive line is made of. Is they're gonna try to grind this one out, eat up some clock here with 9:30 left to go in the ball game.
Look like number 9 is tightening his chin strap.
McCray goes in motion, takes the handoff, trying to find some running room, and he does. Burst through the middle. And he's finally going to be slammed to the ground, but not before he picks up 25.
He tightened his chin strap right before he ran that play. And I knew he was getting the ball.
And that has been one of the more successful plays NFC has had all night long, with Maclay coming back across and cutting up through the middle. That and this hurry-up offense have kept the Maclay defense off balance all night, and that's a running
wham
play to Jackson, who keeps it going, and he may have enough to move the chains. We're not sure. Flag on the play.
Face mask.
Yeah, that's a devastating penalty against Maclay. The face mask is going to only tack on more yardage at the end of that run. It's going to be automatic first down, NFC. Twin receiver to the top of your screen, Phillips from the shotgun. Looked like somebody moved there, but that's another handoff to Jackson, as he's going to squeeze out about 2 or 3 yards. Maclay goes in motion again, trying to find the edge, shakes the defender, and he's going to be hit and dropped. Not before he picks up about another 3 or 4 yards on the run.
Mark,
anytime you see Maclay going in motion,
he has gotten the ball every time he went in motion.
He has kept the Marauder linebackers busy this whole night.
They have an injured player on the field.
So we're going to take a timeout, and we want to thank everybody who's been tuning in so far. This has been a pretty decent game here. We want to make sure everybody hangs on for the finale. We'll be right back right after this.
My years, I have a particular love for biology, and in sophomore year I took my biology class, but unfortunately that's the only biology class. I wanted to be more specific. I wanted to guide my learning into one directed path, and so this year I've been able to create a class called Biomedical Science, and so I have been able to research different diseases from Alzheimer's to Parkinson's to MS. I'm a very active student. I play a lot of sports after school, and so that requires a lot of time management, but fortunately the teachers and all my coaches work with me and understand that all the students here are so active and so involved in many different things. Maclay is a really challenging school, but that has ultimately led me and challenged me to become the best student I can be. And it also has challenged me to be involved in so many activities, so I have been able to find my interests and my passions through all the opportunities Maclay has provided. I'm Hannah, and I'm determined.
So back to the action. NFC goes back to the ground. Maclay, but nothing doing up the middle. Out in the Panhandle, Wakulla and Pine Forest were knotted up at 14 apiece in the third quarter. Gaston County all over Santa Fe. And hard running by the Eagles running back, and he's going to worm his way all the way down to the 2.
There go that man again.
Gaston County wins 38-0, and that's going to be Lucas, and he's going to be hit and drop. Eagles that's gonna bring up 2nd and goal. 6:45 left in the ball game. Turn it on. And running back dives into the end zone. That's going to be touchdown, Eagles. And Coach, with 6 minutes left to play in the ball game, that may have done it.
Yeah, it might have, Mark. 3-score lead. I'm sorry, 2 scores. It has been done before.
We've seen stranger things, but and extra point attempt is going to fall incomplete.
Mark, they're only 14 points down.
And yeah, we've seen stranger things. I mean, there are definitely enough playmakers, but Maclay trailing by 14. There's laundry on the field. I'm not sure what the call is going to be. It looks like it's going to go against NFC.
Too many men, linemen downfield. That's 2 touchdown lead, Mark.
Penalty will be declined, and Eagles with a 33-19 lead, up by 2 touchdowns. .6:10 remaining in the ball game. And that's a final from Jacksonville. Alcilla Christian falls University Christian 41-16. Pine Forest finds the end zone and leads Wakulla 21-14 late in the third. And NFC will kick it off. And pass is going to be fumbled a little bit. And ball comes loose. Eagles say they have it. There's a scrum for the football. Not sure what the officials are going to say. Players still wrestling for the ball. Eagles come up with the turnover. And, Coach, that was huge.
And first and goal to go for NFC.
And the last sliver of hope Maclay may have had might have been taken away on the turnover. And that looked like Crossan was trying to field it, and he just couldn't get a hand on it. Bobbled the kickoff, and after what was a promising first half to start, just is really starting to become unraveled here in the second half.
But you have to give them credit. They played a hard-fought football game. It's not the same game they played earlier. And they gave it a shot. The game isn't over. I've seen stranger things with 5 minutes to go. I've seen stranger things with 2 minutes to go in the game. So anything can happen. That ball is shaped funny. Anything can happen with that. If it hits the ground, a fumble, anything, scoop and score.
So Coach Raymer having a discussion with his team, trying to rally the troops together. And really, you know, you want to continue fighting no matter what. It's a tough position to be in, but when you continue to fight, anything could happen. But with 5:54 left to play, NFC with a 1st and goal, they're going to try and go for the dagger here, Coach.
Yep. That is going to be tough.
And there's Maclay up the middle. And he will go in for the score.
That young man is a special player.
And extra point pending. Snap is on its way. Goes off the upright, and it's going to be no good. Eagles now out to a commanding 39-19 lead. So Popple will be back deep for Maclay, and really just the Marauders looking to make anything happen on the ensuing drive here. And kick is going to go out of bounds. We've got Laundry on the field here. We'll see what the penalty is going to say with 5:43 left to play. And penalty is going to be assessed against the Marauders. And so trips to the bottom of your screen, and Grant from the shotgun, dropping back, looking for a man. He's got one to the outside. Pass is complete. Kenan Milford on the reception. And Coach, basically what we've seen is that, you know, this is kind of the Maclay that we were looking for early in the year, but they were just banged up. And, you know, sometimes you just, you know, things go your way, sometimes they don't. Screen, pass, or comeback route, nothing doing as Receivers hit and dropped as soon as he caught the ball. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 3. 3rd and 2, excuse me. Grant's going to take the snap, rolling out, has a man open to the outside, and he's got him. That's Milford on the reception, and that's going to be enough to move the chains. First down, Marauders.
Consistently, they have thrown the comeback all night long and been very successful with it.
And this is one of those where you wonder if you trade the field goals for 2 or 3 touchdowns. This is a very, very different ball game. Grant's going to roll out, looking for a man to the outside. Doesn't have anybody. Throws it up, and it's going to be, almost a one-handed grab by Milford. Wasn't able to haul it in. So Marauders facing 2nd and 10. Twin receivers to the top of your screen. Grant's going to drop back, looking for a man to the outside. Comeback route is jumped, and it's going to be picked off by Ray. And, Coach, we talked about the comeback route that had been there all night long, and finally,
it was a little late, Mark.
NFC recognized what was happening, or Trayvon Ray recognized what was happening and jumped the route.
And the ball
came up with the interception.
That came out a little late, too. He got to throw it to the outside. He came in the inside and picked it up. If you throw it to the outside, there's nobody going to catch it but either your man or it's out of bounds.
NFC is going to hand it off to Jackson. Jackson's going to hit the edge. Jackson is going for the backbreaker, and he's got it. Touchdown, NFC. Eagles pouring it on with 4 minutes left in the ball game, and, Coach, I think that may do it.
Yeah, that's a 20-plus point lead. It's going to be very difficult for them. It is a tough, tough loss after playing so well for the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the 4th quarter is kind of breaking it. The NFC is breaking it wide open. And I think that's a lot to do with the players going both ways and no depth.
45-19, extra point pending. Kick is up on its way, and it is good. Eagles have broken this one open on the strength of really just 22 unanswered points here in the 4th quarter. And, Coach, I think that's talked about just how dangerous the playmakers on NFC side really are, and I think just being opportunistic. And they've broken this game open here late in the 4th quarter. And Coach, and really it's definitely disappointing for the Marauders because they played a heck of a ball game here through 3 quarters, but the game is 48 minutes, and the last 12 have just kind of spelled doom for the Marauders here. And we've got a flag. Looked like somebody was offsides. And Coach, we talked about guys going both ways, and really that really
it kept up with you in the second half, fourth quarter, which has been broken wide open.
Now, I talked to Steve Price several times, and he really is a believer in the weight room. He believes that, wins and losses are built on what you do in the weight room. And, anytime you're in two-way ball is really consisted of a lot of two-way players, and, conditioning is important. And, looking at Maclay and how banged up they were this year, I think it's just played a factor where they got these guys back, played excellent ball, but just wasn't enough in the fourth quarter.
And this one thing you can notice about this game, I think NFC won it in the trenches. They dominated the line of scrimmage and made it very difficult on the Marauders on those touchdowns that would turn into 3-point plays instead of a touchdown. Was tough because they couldn't run the ball.
Maclay has just been forced into several mistakes here in the second half, and it's just fair catch called at the 40, and that's where Maclay will take over. And so with 4 minutes and 24 seconds left, we've been seeing a lot of these familiar guys, for the past 2 years here, and gotten quite familiar with them, and it's really good to see them back on the field. Some of these guys have been out for weeks at a time, and so next year's Maclay offense will look a little bit different. I think we'll be missing a Popple brother.
One Popple.
But it's just been good to watch them. And, this program is definitely one where Coach Raymer has put the right things in place and really gotten a lot of kids motivated. We talked about what it's like at a small school. Winning brings kids from the hallways out to the football field.
Yep, and from the neighborhood.
Grant's going to roll out, looking for a man downfield's got one. The pass is complete.
Catch. That's a pretty good catch.
Hilliard, forward progress is going to give him a first down. Ball's going to be marked at the Eagle 48. It's going to put Maclay just across midfield. And Grant's going to drop back. Throws a screen pass to Popple, but pass is a little too high. Only going to be a pickup of about 3, maybe 4. And that's going to bring up second down in about 6. 3:25 left to play in the ball game. But, Coach, we talking about just, certain things that you look for. And Coach Raymer's really made it his business to develop the talent he has. Excellent throwback across the middle, but it's going to be for a loss, about a 2-yard loss, as Grant couldn't find anybody trying to escape the NFC pressure. And, in 2A, you've had your battles against NFC while you were at FAMU High, and this is just it's one of those programs that they've really set a standard of winning, and it's just, it's one where it's just, kind of, you go against the best to be the best.
You're talking about 7.
And pass is going to be intercepted. I think that's Traylon Ray with his second interception of the night. And that's going to give NFC the ball on their own on the Maclay 32-yard line with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the ball game.
Mark, they just sitting on those routes. I guess they got tired of the comebacks and short routes. They're not even backing up. They just going to the spot and waiting.
But when you go up against 8-time state champion, it's really just one of those things where,
and the tradition continues.
Yeah, absolutely. Down at Gene Cox, Lincoln has broken open that game. Trojans up big, 42-8 with 5 minutes left to play.
Coach B.J. Daniels in his first playoffs, and looked like he's getting off to a great start.
And Coach, we talked about how just playoff football is just a different kind of, you
got to bring your A game.
It's a certain level of intensity that you just don't see during the regular season.
Like a lot of young guys in the game now.
NFC trying to keep it on the ground here, and that will start the clock. As we get down to about 2 minutes here. And, Coach, you talked to Coach Price earlier this week. He mentioned the things that he was going to try and stress. Definitely didn't overlook Maclay as an opponent. But really, they've we watched the ebb and flow of different seniors coming up, and, really that makes the difference. When you've got experience and you've got a healthy team, you can go a really long way.
And Mark, I know people hear this a lot, but the score was not indicative of how well the game was played. A lot of turnovers in the fourth quarter. It was a very close game. A lot of the young guys from the NFC in the game. Everybody getting a chance to play. And that's how you continue your program. You get a chance to get your young kids in a meaningful game, not at a meaningful time, but they're getting a lot of experience playing in the playoff game.
Yeah, absolutely. Playoff football is very important. It gives credibility to your program, but moreover, it gives you a chance to actually, in a lot of ways, it kind of helps to build on what you have. If things fall your way during a regular season, you can make a really deep run in the playoffs. And as we look across the whole board here in Tallahassee, it's just been one dominating win after another tonight. We looked at Godby, looked at
how many times you gonna mention Godby?
Looked at Rickards going out on the road in Jacksonville. Definitely took a look at Lincoln, and it's really just a testament to the brand of football that's here in the Big Bend area.
Might need to check on what color, see what they're doing.
Yeah, War Eagles were trailing 21-14 going into the fourth quarter, and
this one's winding down, Mark.
With 6 ticks left, that will do it here at Frank Shaw Field. And Coach, we've had a blast here this year, Four Quarters Online has been proud to be the home of Maclay Football all season long. And, really for us, this is just kind of a labor of love where we get a chance to get out and see some of the area's best. But definitely great things going on here at Maclay. Hate to see it end like this, but, it's a great ball game through 3 quarters before NFC broke it open. But too much DeAndre McCray and company on the ground game tonight. And NFC is going to be moving on to the next round. And for these Maclay seniors, they've done an excellent job over the past 2 or 3 seasons. Had a chance to go 10-0, undefeated 3 years ago, and then last season going into the playoffs, shocked NFC last year. And so they've accomplished some great things here. And Coach Raymer has his program on the rise. But for Steve Price and his Eagles, it's another playoff win, and they're going to be moving on to the second round and trying to get back to the top. So for everyone who's tuned in to all of the games this year on Four Quarters Online, we thank you for watching, and we definitely look to be back out here next year. And that will do it here from Frank Shaw Field. NFC wins it 46-19 over the Maclay Marauders. And so for Mark Adams,
Coach Cofield
and company, that will do it here for 2020 Maclay football. We still want to encourage everybody to wear your mask and stay safe. And we will see everybody out here again in 2021 for Maclay Marauder football.